Welcome to the Federal. We have with us the president of the Tamil Nadu unit of the BJP, Tamilisai Soundararajan. Let me straight away ask you the inevitable question. How do you see the results of the election? Was it shocking? Did it come as a big shock to you that you lost quite badly?
Answering your question, the central results were rocking and Tamil Nadu results were shocking.
Okay.
It was a shock. Any leader facing a debacle is shocking only. But then too, we didn't expect such bad debacle. Gross difference defeated, each and every candidate defeated with gross difference. And only a single seat for our alliance. This is all shocking truth.
Where do you think you went wrong, or what was happening here?
I don't say we went wrong, something went wrong. Something went wrong in the political situation of Tamil Nadu. Particularly, I cannot blame anybody because whatever may be, as a party president, I should take the responsibility for the results. But I cannot be the sole responsible for the result because I am not only person who is facing the election and conducting the election. It is unitedly we are facing, and we have formed some strategy, formed the alliance. I think the false propaganda by the opponents, persistent, consistently against the central government as well as the state government, as if the central government is backing the state government, and all the good schemes projected as bad schemes. For example, NEET, Neutrino, such schemes are projected continuously as negative schemes. These type of propaganda succeeded.
But do you think it's just propaganda, or did it? Let me ask you this. You come from a very distinguished political family. Your father, you still have relatives in other parties. You know what's going on in Tamil Nadu. I sometimes look at the YouTube video of your wedding in which Karunanidhi and MGR are there. So, I mean, you know Tamil Nadu, you know the politics. And sometimes it surprises as somebody like me, a journalist like me, that the BJP doesn't see, or the central leadership doesn't seem to read Tamil Nadu. Would you agree with that?
I don't agree with that because if we are not reading Tamil Nadu and if we are not reading the development of Tamil Nadu, we wouldn't have given 5 lakh crore schemes to Tamil Nadu. We wouldn't have given aims to Tamil Nadu. We wouldn't have given 40,000 valued schemes to only to Kanyakumari. We wouldn't have given 75,000 crore for the roadways, waterways. So we are caring and we want Tamil Nadu to be developed, to be a developed state. We wouldn't have given 11 smart cities to Tamil Nadu next to Uttar Pradesh. So many schemes.
But the emotional connect seems to have been lacking.
That you came to the point. Everything emotionalized. There's blackmailing, and all good schemes, straightforward schemes are twisted, and it was projected as an emotional issue. For example, NEET. I am a person who is too much criticized for supporting NEET, but I can boldly say even now, NEET is beneficial to Tamil Nadu. Particularly the downtrodden, the poor children will get an ample chance to become doctors.
But in the short run, they do seem to be losing. You're a doctor yourself. How do you?
That's what I am telling. The judgment by a doctor will be more appropriate than any one of us because I am a student of a government medical college and I was a professor in a private medical college. So I know the profession, how it was taken, and how the doctors were, how the students were chosen, and how the students were promoted, how they got the pass marks, everything I know. So because I know the profession, and I was not in politics straight away. I was a medical student as well as I was a teacher for medical students. So I know the profession very well. So as a social leader who cares about the profession and who cares about Tamil Nadu and who cares about the student population, I am supporting it. I can become very popular saying, okay, don't want NEET. But even now, in spite of all criticism, I am supporting NEET because I want qualified doctors. Then immediately they will ask, as if you are not a qualified, you didn't take up NEET. That I am not telling you.
Well, that was the argument.
Tamilisai may be like that because I came from a government college by merit. But I am saying 55 marks they will get. 95 marks student will, a poor student will be denied a seat. But 55 percent mark, a rich person will be given a seat. Is it fair? This is only I am asking. 95 now, 95% a poor student can get it. 55% a rich student, in spite of his parents be a multimillionaire owning a medical college, he cannot get the.
But wouldn't you say that without preparing students here to take up a highly competitive exam like NEET, don't you think poor students will suffer?
1 year exemption was given for that.
Okay.
1 year exemption, just like that, as you said, Tamil Nadu is not deceived. We are not ignoring Tamil Nadu. If we are ignoring Tamil Nadu, we wouldn't have given that 1 year exemption only for Tamil Nadu. So we are so much concerned about Tamil Nadu. Even other states were blaming us. You straight away actually took NEET for us, but you gave exemption to Tamil Nadu. But these things are not projected. These another thing, they were the root cause of so many projects. For example, NEET 2009, the initiation was in 2009, where Stalin was a part of the government. Why didn't you pluck it in the initial stage itself? Methane, you signed for it. Why didn't you pluck it in the initial level itself?
Would you say it was a perception battle more than something realistic?
Yes.
You're saying. But let's come to Kaveri. For instance, there was a chance for the BJP government, the NDA government, to really constitute a board as suggested by the tribunal, which would have taken over the operation of all the dams and reservoirs. So you can't have a state government like Karnataka just saying, oh, I won't release water. I will release water when I have enough. You know, that kind of, manmani they say in Hindi, that kind of attitude wouldn't have worked if they had set up a board, but the center didn't. Would you say that?
I'm asking, we are there in the power, in fourth year we have constituted the board. But what did Stalin and what did others do when they were in UPA 1 and when they were in UPA 2? And it was the DMK who scraped the court case which was against the Kaveri issue to pacify Indira Gandhi on the Sarkaria Commission. These all I can dig anything because as if Stalin have not seen power at all, as if the Congress leaders haven't seen power at all. Stalin's party was in power in the center for more than 18 years. They were ruling this Tamil Nadu for more than 5-10 years. Why didn't they do that? But we have come to a conclusion before the end of our first tenure. Then another thing, Congress was ruling Karnataka. Why didn't you get it solved? Why did Stalin went on a Padayatra? He could have gone to a Padayatra to Karnataka to see his Congress and combined leaders. Completely they are politicizing it. We are solving the problem. They don't want any problem to be solved. All problems are unsolved, whether it is Kaveri, whether it is Mullai Periyar, whether it is AIIMS, nothing they brought in.
Do you think the Modi government is interested in bringing Kaveri water to Tamil Nadu?
Definitely.
Okay.
What's the problem in the, not only Kaveri, we are interested in bringing out Godavari also. Godavari and Kaveri interlinking, even we are defeated here. Our first scheme, which is announced by our Honorable Gadkari ji, is bringing water to Tamil Nadu.